Imagine hiring a brilliant Harvard grad as your assistant, but
But every single morning, you wipe their memory entirely.
right, you have to sit down and re-explain who you are.
Yeah, what your company actually does, how you like your emails formatted.
It is just completely exhausting.
It sounds absurd, I mean, when you put it like that.
Yet that is exactly how we're treating a revolutionary technology.
Like a digital vending machine.
You open a chat, you type a quick question, and you close it.
Exactly.
So, welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today is to fundamentally rethink this relationship.
We want to help you transform AI from a basic chatbot into a permanent digital coworker.
Over the next few minutes, we're going to explore how to build a customized AI operating system.
An architecture designed around your own repetitive daily tasks.
I think before we can build that foundation, though, we have to look in the mirror.
Yeah, we have to recognize the trap of one-off thinking.
We use AI to solve the immediate problem in front of us, right?
But we completely ignore the broader workflow.
So what is the core issue there?
Well, the core issue is the hidden cost of maintenance. Single prompting works beautifully for a quick trivia question.
Or like a simple brainstorming session.
Right, but applying it to your actual job is a massive time drain. Think about the friction.
You end up re-explaining the context of your project every single day.
And you find yourself correcting the exact same formatting mistakes over and over.
Because the AI just does not remember your specific preferences.
Precisely.
I will make a vulnerable admission here. I still wrestle with this exact problem myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I treat the AI like a temporary intern instead of a permanent system. I catch myself pasting the same 3 paragraphs of background information into the prompt window every single morning.
Right, and that is a perfect example of what average users do.
Just brute forcing it.
Yeah. The average user focuses entirely on completing the single task in front of them. The strong user focuses on building permanent systems.
So the ultimate goal is not just to work 10% faster.
No, the goal is to completely stop repeating the same setup work every week.
So let me ask you this. Doesn't building an elaborate system take way more time than just doing the task manually?
Up front, yes, it absolutely takes more time. You have to map the process out. But it eliminates the hidden maintenance work that quietly eats dozens of hours every single month.
So it is short-term setup for long-term freedom.
Exactly. It is an investment in your future bandwidth.
But that brings up an immediate roadblock.
Which is?
If we are aiming for long-term freedom, what do we actually choose to automate first?
Right, because everything feels a little too messy to just hand over.
Our jobs rarely look like neat, orderly assembly lines.
They really don't. So you apply something called the new assistant test.
Okay, what is that?
It is an incredibly clarifying mental model. You just ask yourself a straightforward question.
Like, if a bright new assistant joined my team tomorrow?
What specific tasks would I hand off to them first?
Ah.
Those answers are almost always your best targets for systematizing.
So we're talking about the administrative heavy lifting. Things like compiling weekly status reports or pulling together raw data.
Precisely. But here is the trick. You cannot just hand an entire complex project to the AI and expect perfection.
You have to break it down.
You do.
It is kind of like sorting a complex recipe. You separate the work into prep, cooking, and plating.
That is a phenomenal analogy. Think about a standard weekly report.
To us, it just feels like one massive looming task.
But underneath, it is a sequence of highly distinct steps. First, gathering the raw data.
Second, analyzing those trends.
Third, writing the actual summaries. And fourth, formatting the document.
So once you break the recipe down, the points of automation become glaringly obvious.
Exactly. And a crucial point to remember here is that the AI should absolutely not do everything.
Never.
You need to divide those broken down tasks into 3 distinct buckets.
Okay, what is the first bucket?
The first bucket contains what the AI handles completely on its own.
Like gathering basic data or applying standard formatting.
Right. The second bucket is what the AI drafts for human review.
So it writes the first version of a summary, but you edit it.
Yes. And the third bucket contains the elements that strictly require human judgment.
I understand that Claude is uniquely powerful at this specific kind of workflow breakdown.
It really is. Claude handles massive context windows incredibly well.
Meaning it can hold a huge amount of information in its active memory.
Yeah. You can feed it your messy, multi-step process. It will map out the logic and suggest exactly where it can step in to help.
Let me ask you this, though. Is the ultimate goal to eventually hand off that final judgment piece, too?
Not at all. The goal is to offload the repetitive, grinding tasks. That frees up your cognitive energy for high-level strategic decision-making.
Automate the heavy lifting, keep the final decisions manual.
That is the perfect balance. You always maintain strict control.
Which leads us to a critical mechanical question.
Right.
Once we know what to automate, how do we stop wasting time teaching the AI how to do it?
This is where I see a lot of people hitting a wall.
They realize they need systems, so they start copy-pasting saved prompts.
From a massive Google Doc or a complex Notion database.
It feels productive and organized, but it is deeply inefficient.
And the friction there is that you are still manually setting up the environment every time.
You paste the prompt, you paste the tone guidelines.
You paste the formatting rules. It is just manual labor dressed up as automation.
So how do we fix it?
To fix this, you have to build AI skills.
Let's define that term clearly. What exactly is an AI skill?
AI skills are basically saved instructions teaching AI how to handle specific tasks.
Right.
For example, you might create a dedicated subject line skill.
One that only writes punchy, high-converting email hooks.
Exactly. You build that specific skill once.
And the AI completely absorbs your preferred style, your tone, and your quality standards.
But a skill alone isn't enough.
You have to pair those behavioral rules with deep underlying context.
Yes. This is where tools like Claude Projects or Google's Notebook LM completely change the game.
Because they function as a permanent, secure repository for your knowledge.
Think of it like creating a walled garden of your specific business intelligence.
You upload your core brand guidelines. You add your standard operating procedures.
You feed it dozens of past examples of your best work, and the AI maps the relationships between all those documents.
So when I ask it to write an update, it isn't just scraping the generic internet.
No, it is pulling from your actual historical data.
It becomes a localized entity with a deep understanding of your business.
It stops acting like an amnesiac.
So let me get this straight. Projects give the AI the background, and skills give it the action.
Exactly. Projects are the memory and context, while skills are the specific operational instructions.
Projects provide the memory, skills provide the muscle.
That is beautifully put.
But here is where it gets genuinely exciting.
Oh, absolutely.
If the AI has the memory and the muscle, it shouldn't just sit there.
Right, waiting for us to press a button.
This is the shift from a reactive tool to a proactive coworker.
We have to stop waiting for a task to become urgent before we open the interface.
We need to start scheduling the repeat work.
Yes. Instead of manually triggering these tasks every single morning, you let the system run them automatically.
In the background.
Daily, weekly, or monthly.
Give me a practical day-to-day example of what that looks like.
Okay. Imagine setting an AI tool, something like OpenClaw or ChatGPT tasks, to execute a research brief at 9 a.m. sharp.
Before you even open your laptop.
Exactly. The AI is working. It scans the latest industry news.
It checks specific X accounts.
It reads the top subreddits in your niche.
It digests 3 different morning newsletters.
It summarizes the crucial updates. Then it generates 5 original content ideas based on that fresh data.
2 sec silence. Whoa. Imagine the friction just disappearing.
It is incredible.
You are completely bypassing the most exhausting part of the creative process, the blank page.
It is a profound upgrade to your daily workflow.
You're no longer acting as a junior researcher starting from zero.
You are immediately stepping into an executive editorial role.
So does this mean the AI is essentially operating while I sleep?
Yes. It shifts your morning from doing from scratch research to just reviewing completed briefings.
You wake up to finished prep work, not a blank slate.
It radically reduces your cognitive load for the entire day.
But for that background work to be truly magical, the AI needs deep access.
It needs to be able to reach into the specific places where your work actually lives.
Because the modern digital workspace is incredibly fragmented.
So fragmented.
Think about the sheer amount of digital busy work we do.
We manually copy a message from Gmail.
We download a PDF from Google Drive.
We paste a thread from Slack.
Then we upload all of it into ChatGPT just to ask a single question.
That constant platform hopping is exhausting.
And that friction is exactly why we need connectors.
Yes, connectors are the key here.
Let's define that. Connectors are secure API bridges pulling data directly between your apps.
Exactly. They allow the AI to reach out and grab data.
Without you playing middleman.
Precisely.
Right.
You can command the AI to summarize an entire week of chaotic Slack messages.
Or have it scan your Notion database for overdue tasks.
It can generate a comprehensive project update directly from the raw numbers in a Google Sheet.
It is connecting the dots invisibly.
It stops the endless game of digital telephone.
So let me ask, does this multiply the time saved across a whole team?
Massively. It turns the AI into a genuine cross-platform operator that works across your entire ecosystem.
Connected AI ends the exhausting copy-paste cycle across your team.
It really does.
Sponsor.
All right, we are back.
We have unpacked a lot of technical ground.
We covered building reusable skills.
We discussed scheduling proactive background tasks.
And we explained how connectors bridge your isolated apps.
Now we stack it all together.
This is where you build the master architecture, your actual AI operating system.
You start combining integration tools like Zapier with AI engines like Claude or ChatGPT.
And the critical mechanism here is that the output of one automated step
automatically becomes the input for the very next step.
Let's walk through a concrete example.
Paint a picture of a full productivity workflow in action.
Okay, let's look at a marketing manager's weekly reporting workflow. Step 1, via a connector, the AI pulls the raw campaign data directly from Facebook and Google Ads.
Step 2, using a custom skill, it analyzes those numbers and writes a performance summary.
Step 3, it takes that summary and automatically generates 3 new conceptual ideas for next week's campaign.
And Step 4, it drafts the actual ad copy for those new ideas.
And drops it right into a shared Google Doc for approval.
Wait, hold on. I have to push back here.
Sure.
You are talking about linking live company data across multiple platforms.
Yeah.
For someone who isn't a software engineer, this sounds incredibly fragile. One broken link, and my AI might send half-finished gibberish to my boss.
That is a very valid anxiety.
How do we keep this from becoming a terrifying house of cards?
Well, if you try to automate your entire job on day 1, it absolutely will be a fragile house of cards.
So restraint is actually the key to scaling it safely.
Exactly. You do not attempt to automate your whole workflow at once. The secret is to start incredibly small.
So should I try to map out my entire job into this system on day 1?
Absolutely not. You start with one single, annoying, repetitive weekly task.
You build one simple workflow using Zapier. You connect one system.
You test it until you trust it entirely. You let the saved time from that one task compound over a few months.
Start with one small workflow, let systems compound naturally.
That compounding effect is where you find the real leverage.
But that raises a fascinating, almost existential question.
Okay.
If we are successfully automating all this production work, what is our actual role?
Where do we fit into this new ecosystem?
Right.
This is arguably the most vital concept we will discuss today. AI is incredibly fast.
It is relentless.
It is deeply consistent, but it is fundamentally not human.
It completely lacks taste.
It has no understanding of sensitive internal office dynamics.
And crucially, it lacks any accountability. If a deeply flawed strategy goes out to a client, the AI does not get fired.
You do.
Which is exactly why you have to implement the 2-round workflow.
This is how you protect your reputation while still moving at the speed of AI.
Walk me through the mechanics of a 2-round workflow.
Round 1 is pure generation. You let the AI produce the structure, the research, or the first draft.
It does the heavy lifting.
But round 2 is fundamentally different. You flip the AI's internal role entirely.
You turn it from a creator into a highly critical editor.
Yes. You give it a new prompt. You specifically ask it to find the weakest arguments in the draft it just wrote.
You ask it to highlight any risky logical assumptions.
You have it point out areas where the tone might be misinterpreted by the client.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
You are using its massive analytical power to improve the critical quality, not just the raw speed.
It acts as an incredible sounding board. But, and we need to pause here for a crucial, non-negotiable warning.
Right. Regarding privacy, the golden rule of enterprise AI.
You must be hypervigilant about what data you are feeding into these systems. Never upload sensitive proprietary company data to an external public server.
Especially with some of these newer browser-based tools or extensions, some of them can literally read your active screen.
You have to know exactly what the tool has permission to access.
If you are using enterprise-grade environments like Claude projects or a closed API, your data is generally protected.
But you always have to verify the privacy policy before you build the bridge.
So let me make sure I've got this. AI produces the structure, but we still own the taste.
Exactly. The AI provides the velocity and the baseline consistency, but you bring the strategic judgment. You take final responsibility for the product.
AI brings the speed, You bring taste and judgment.
That delicate balance is what makes the final work actually worth putting your own name on.
Let's zoom out and do a big idea recap.
The core philosophy we have explored today is deceptively simple but incredibly powerful.
Mastering AI productivity is not about chasing the newest shiny tool.
It is not about constantly refreshing social media to track every minor update.
It is about doing the hard, upfront work of building a customized, repeatable system.
You design an architecture where the AI quietly handles the heavy, repetitive, daily maintenance.
And that structural support is what frees you up to guide the high-level strategy.
But the ultimate rule of this new era remains totally unchanged.
Always, always review the work before you ship it.
Always. You are the final filter. The system works for you, not the other way around.
You are the strategist driving the ship.
Exactly.
Which leaves us with a final provocative thought for you to ponder as you look at your own workflow.
If you actually take the time to build this custom AI operating system,
If you successfully eliminate that digital busy work and get back 10 or 15 hours a week,
what uniquely human, deeply creative project will you finally have the bandwidth to tackle?
thank you for joining us on this deep dive.